Hi, my name is Patrick Walsh. I'm from Chicago, the suburbs of Chicago in Illinois. I received my undergraduate degree from here, USF. Actually, I'm a 4+1 student, which means that I went through undergrad here, and then starting my senior year, it was my first year of the MA Econ program, so I started taking my grad classes my senior year. And then I'll graduate undergrad this May. Actually, I haven't graduated yet, but in May of 2017 is when I will receive my undergraduate degree. And after graduation, I'm not entirely sure, but at first I would like to travel a lot, travel the world, and after that, probably I do like teaching, so I might want to be a teacher, possibly get a PhD. That way I can be a college professor and also do my own research. So those are my options. I'm not entirely sure yet. Housing. Housing in San Francisco is tough. It's the most expensive city in the country. So there's that. But the good news is if you find people to live with, which is my biggest advice, find roommates. If you find one or two or three or even four roommates, that'll really cut down on the cost. So go on Facebook, find people to live with, and I know a lot of students, they do end up living really close around campus, especially in the Richmond district, which is where the school is. So even though it's really tough to find housing, I would highly recommend find people to live with. That way you'll cut down on the cost, and also it'll make it easier to find housing. And also take advantage of this school, USF. They have resources available to help you find housing, so you won't be left homeless or anything. What to expect in the courses. Actually, no, sorry, Math and Stata Camp. I highly recommend going to the math camp, because if there's anything I've learned is that at this level, the grad level, it's all math, especially micro and macro in your math econ class. It's all math, and if you forget your calculus from undergraduate, you'll be really behind as you start off your classes. So I encourage you to go to math camp and refresh on calculus, and that'll really help you. And same with Stata Camp. You'll end up taking multiple econometrics classes, and if there's another thing I've learned about that is if you figure out Stata, if you know how to use Stata, that'll really help you understand the ideas and concepts behind econometrics. And if you never use Stata, or if you've forgotten your oldest Stata codes to use, you'll be spending most of your time figuring out how to use Stata instead of learning econometrics. So definitely go to Stata Camp. I know it might seem intimidating at first that it's 4 hours a day for 5 days a week for a week, but go to most of it, if not all of it. It'll really help you and you won't get behind. And lastly, what to expect in the courses. The courses are challenging and time consuming, especially in the first year when you take micro and macro and math econ. So my biggest advice would be work in groups. Don't do your homework alone, work in groups. You'll be studying every day in the library, I can guarantee that, but if you work in groups, you'll understand the material a lot better. And also, even though the classes are really hard, the professors are nice and they're available, so go to office hours, ask them questions, and they'll help you. But my biggest advice is work in groups. And even though this first year is really hard, if you can survive this first semester with Professor Lau and micro and math econ, you're well on your way to getting a master's degree. I'll be contacting you over the summer by email, but if you have any questions first, don't hesitate to email me. You'll get my email, and I look forward to meeting you all at the orientation in August, so I'll see you then.